Hello, everyone. My name is Luajal. You can also call me Loa. Happy to see you here. If you are discovering me, I've created this channel to talk about everything related to uh, motivation, personal development, determination, discipline, mindset, growth mindset. So welcome here if that's those subjects are something that you like. Um, so you can like after listening to this. I have also some other videos that I've started posting here. Um, Today I would like to talk about our relationship, how our relationship are impacting our mind, our mood, etc., etc. Um, any type of relationship. It can be the relationship with our girlfriend, with our wife, with our boyfriend, with our husband, with our colleagues, with our family, with our children, with our bosses, with our colleagues, anyone, you know. So I want to talk about this because this is really important. The way we manage, the way we communicate with all these people around us is really important. The relationship we have this with all these people are impacting us. Even if sometimes we try to ignore them, we try to act like if we can manage them without we can ignore some relationship if they are not really clear. It's important to make it clear, to clear up and make sure, like, if you have to end a relationship with someone, with your friend or anyone, you have to make it clear the reason why, or for yourself. You don't need to tell that to that person, or you can also tell to that person. But I think it should be clear in your mind, like why you're keeping this relationship, what is important for you, why you ending this relationship, why it's not important for you, why you need to stop that relationship, etc., etc. So relationships are very important for our health, for our mind, for our mood, for a lot of things in our life. When let's set an example and give you some of my own experiences. When I'm not happy with my the colleagues I'm working with. When I'm not happy with just let's say the colleagues or the business partner or whatever, when you are not happy with them, those days, even if some other relationships are good, if you are good with your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, etc., the fact that one of the relationship is not good, that will impact you. You cannot ignore it. That will impact you. That's something you cannot ignore. All the relationship, everything affects each something else. You cannot ignore something and say, "Oh, I can live with that." You won't go. If you always stay in your mind, it will always affect you. You know, everything that you ignore will affect you somewhere, in some areas. So don't ignore what is affecting you. Just go through it and then figure out why these things affecting me. Why this relationship? Why this the relationship with my colleagues? Why the relationship with my friends, with my wife, my boyfriend, my girlfriend is not right. It's not good. What's wrong there? And sometimes we try to not talk about the the thing that is irritating us. We try to avoid it. We don't want to go and touch what is exactly the problem. You know, we ignore it because we want to stay safe. We don't want to go into trouble. Like sometime I remember I used to have um, uh, some trouble in my relationship, with my girlfriend. And in the past, I used to try to not mess up because now we are having, and I'm just gonna talk about that, but I just want to precise, like, sometimes we don't want to mess up because we are having a good afternoon, a good evening. Maybe it's not the right time to talk about that. The problem is sometimes you postpone, you postpone, you postpone, and even you are not happy or something is wrong, and your girlfriend will see it as well, will feel it as well, you know. So at some time, even is important just to find the time, of course, but it's important to go through why something is wrong. Take the courage to talk about that. You know, most of people, they don't want to talk about some issues because they think that the issue will resolve itself by with the time. Some issues are not resolving by themselves. You have to talk deeper and go through the whole thing and things and figure out what's wrong here, what's going on, why our relationship is not working well, and what can we do to improve it, you know. And that's something sometimes people ignore. So in a relationship, for example, you have to talk about it. At work, if something's harassing you, you have to talk about that. You have to talk to your colleagues, to your manager, or to your other colleagues. Like, this is not. I'm not understanding this. I don't understand why we are doing this. Can someone explain me to be clear? I'm not happy with with how the things are run here. Maybe I'm wrong, but I need to understand better. You know, if it's with your friends, you can just tell them that. For example, I have some friends when, based on my own experiences, when I start listening about talking about personal development, listening to audiobooks or reading books about that, you know, some of them, and when I brought that discussion to in some places, some friends who were not in that kind of thing, they were they were find it a bit annoying for them, or a bit like a kind of too much, you know. And the thing is, at that period, when I started doing that, I was too deep in that kind of mindset. I'm still in that, and those friends, sometimes they find you too much. I think I don't know if the word arrogant is the right one, but they find like you want to talk about some subject that they don't use, they are not interested, you know. So so sometimes I just talk about that and then I switch to other subject. The thing is, when some of my friends used to talk about the subject, and those subjects we used to talk about that before, and those subjects are not the subject that I'm really in deep into them, I have to listen as well, you know. I have to listen and I have to just, but I won't spend a lot of time on that because this some of their subjects were not my goals, you know, were not in my goals. I can spend maybe some hours talking about some subject, but I won't spend days with some of those friends. So that's why some of your friends, their goals might go against your goals, because when you start trying to reach some other step in your life, you start lose some friends, or some friends will quit, or you will quit them. You know, that's life. You know, at some point you have to think about yourself. You have to think about your family, what you want to accomplish, what you want to do, and 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 then that's where you have to assess also your relationships. You know, you have to assess your relationship. For example, I have a spreadsheet where I can put a score of my relationship with my girlfriend, my relationship with my friends, with my colleagues, with my all the people around me, my family, etc. You know, my sister, my brother. I put the scores every month, like how how is my relationship with those people. If it's 8, for example, what should I do to get at 10? If it's 5, if it's 3, why is 3? That means something is wrong there. Should I distance with that person, keep the distance, or should I ask the person, have a conversation, and to figure out what's going on? Most of the time, I ask the person, I try to figure out what's going on, and if after even discussing with that person, I don't understanding what's going on, I will just sometime either stop the relation, like I put the distance with the person, or um, we discover like it was just a miscommunication, a misunderstanding, and then everything is fine. Sometimes it's just a misunderstanding, you know. So this is what I wanted to talk about today. The relationship you have with all the people around you are very important. They are affecting you. So don't ignore them. If there is an issue somewhere, go talk to that person. Ask why the be gentle, you know, don't be aggressive in your communication. Just ask what's the problem, if there's a problem. If there's no problem, maybe it's just a question of everyone is busy. That's it, you know. But ask those questions just to be sure. Okay, thank you, and you can like here. Don't hesitate to like, to share, and I hope I will see you soon again here. Thank you, and have a good evening.